and tricks from Miss Gilman. So today we're going to talk about a story problem and a word problem solving strategy that we've used. And I've actually taught this every year since I've been teaching, especially here at Kitley, but this is my 12th year teaching in general, and I've taught it every single year. So this strategy really helps you think through story problems and word problems to come up with your answers and to think about how to actually solve them. Okay, so we're going to go through it today. This is a little poster that I have attached, and I will share this with this video as well. But we're going to actually talk about the steps in solving word problems. So this can be done on your state tests. This can be done in your just regular math test for your class. It can be done anytime that you have a math word problem. Okay, so the first thing that you do is you circle important numbers. So you're going to read your question, and any important numbers that you see, you're going to circle. Also, you're going to circle your units. So if it says 3 inches, 5 feet, you would circle both the number and the units. That's going to be important later on. Underline the question, that's the U. So then you're going to underline what's being asked. How many feet are there total? Okay. How many inches are there total? Oh, but you might need to convert, right? So underline the question or directions because that's going to help you know what to do. Now, in that question, you might have some of the next options. So you're going to box in key words. So usually they're in your question. It's going to say, what is the sum? What is your product? What is the difference? It might say something about sharing equally in the story problem. All of those things are keywords to show you what you're going to need to do to solve it. The E in cubes stands for evaluate how to solve. So this is where you're actually going to evaluate your problem. Think it through. What steps are you going to use? Evaluate or process or think through what you're going to do to answer your question. And then lastly, you're going to solve the problem. So that means you got to do the work. All right. So when you're doing this, remember when you solve, that's where that units is going to take effect. Whatever units you circled and whatever units are in the question is what you need to make sure you have on your answer. Now, in teaching this, the years that I've been working with kids, my kids are very musically inclined, or they like to use different beats and different rhythms. So we actually made up a little chant that goes with this and little hand movements just to help us remember. So you can kind of get it to stick in your head a little bit better. So the way that we do this is we go circle important numbers, underline the question, box in key words, evaluate how to solve the problem, solve the problem. That's how it goes. Usually we go through it a couple of times. So I'm going to do it twice. Ready? Circle important numbers, underline the question, box in key words, evaluate how to solve the problem, solve the problem. Circle important numbers, underline the question, box in key words, evaluate how to solve the problem, solve the problem. Pretty easy, right? So that little chant is going to help you remember the steps of problem solving. Have a great day, guys.